All right, hey, welcome everybody to Monday, March 30th at-home movement description and scaling options video here. What we're going to be discussing first is some of our warm-up exercises. So the first thing we're going to look at is the tempo push-up. All we're looking to do here is have a controlled descent, maintain a strong midline, and press back up. We're going to focus on a 3-second descent. It's going to look something like this. Hands are going to be underneath the shoulders. We're going to tighten the belly nice and tight, and we're going to do a 1, 2, 3 to the floor, and then right back up. You could also do that from the knees, going 1, 2, 3, and right back up. One more option is descending from the toes, 1, 2, 3, then putting the knees on the ground and ascending from the knees. Same thing. Okay, so that's going to take over, or that's going to be for our tempo push-ups. Now moving on to the push-up down dog, or I'm sorry, the tall plank down dog. What we're looking at here is maintaining a strong midline, that tall plank position. We're going to hold that for a good couple seconds here, and then move right into that down dog, relaxing the ankles, driving the hips high in the air, and then move right back into that tall plank. We're just going to focus on holding each position there for just a couple seconds before we move on to the next. We also have the Turkish sit-up. So for this exercise, what we're going to do is, if we have our left leg extended out in front of us, we're going to have our right leg extended out in front of us. We're going to have our right hand to the floor. Our left hand is going to be up in the air. From here, we're going to push off of this left leg here, push off the left leg. Notice I'm rolling to the same side here. I'm rolling to the side. I'm going to push up onto my forearm and then push all the way up onto the palm of my hand. Coming back to the elbow and then right back down to the floor. Okay, so again, what I'm doing here is left hand is up in the air, left leg is tucked in tight. I've created some space between my legs. My right leg is extended out in front of me. My right hand is off to the side of me. I got roughly a 90-degree-ish position here. Okay, so I'm going to pretend like I have an object in my hand. I could use the dumbbell if I like, or any object works, but I'm going to push off this left foot. I'm going to be staring at my object the whole time. I'm going to roll over onto my forearm and then on to the palm of my hand, right back down. That's 1 rep for my Turkish sit-up. All right, moving on to the hip thrusters now. What we're looking at is finding an object. So it's kind of like the glute bridge, but now we're going to find something that we can brace ourselves up on. I'm going to use the bench, or we can use a chair or a couch, a box, anything that we can put our body on here. So just the hip thruster with no weight. I'm going to get my upper back up on the bench here, and I'm going to drive my hips all the way up. This is my starting position. I'm going to lower down as low as I can. Now the height of your box or your bench or whatever it is going to dictate how low you can go. And then we're going to just come all the way back up. We're looking to have our shins nearly perpendicular to the floor, and then all the way back down. Notice that at the top here I've created a straight line, and I've tucked the chin. Right? So I'm going to keep the chin tucked, drive it up like so. We can always take some sort of load and place it across our hips, so we'll come all the way down and then all the way back up like so. Okay, so there are our hip thrusts. We're also doing a plank, a regular plank in there. So for the regular plank, we're just going to go elbows and toes. There's our elbows and toes plank, just like that. We're looking to really brace the midline for that position there. Okay, so we're going to look at the renegade row next. For the renegade row, we can do it with no weight. We can use a dumbbell. We can use 2 dumbbells, any object that we can hold on to. But let's say we have no weight. We're going to get a really strong tall plank position. We might want to have a wider base than normal, so we'll open our feet up a little bit wider. Once we have a good strong plank, all we're going to do is pull and back down. Pull and back down. Notice I'm trying not to let my hips shift from side to side, right? So I want to stay nice and tight. Pull, back down, pull, back down. If I have an object, same thing. All I'm going to do is pull and back down like so. Really focus on bracing and having a strong midline throughout that whole pull, okay? Next, we have some push-ups. We talked about the push-up a little bit. Just any of those variations, but at regular tempo would work just fine. In the next part of the workout, there's going to be a push-up with a twist. All we're doing there is moving from plank to side plank. Right, so we'll start elbows and toes. And then what we can do is just shift into a twist with a side plank, and then shift back to middle plank, and then the opposite side for that side plank. Okay, so that's going to make up our plank with push-up, our plank with a twist. Okay, so moving on to some of the cool down exercises, we have seal pose. The seal pose, what we're going to do here is we can start with the Sphinx. If we feel comfortable here in the Sphinx, we can go to the seal, which is up nice and high like so. Okay, picking the chin up, looking straight ahead, shoulders back and down, squeeze the glutes. That's going to be our seal pose. In our twisted cross, hands out nice and wide. We're going to shift all the way over as far as you can, trying to keep both shoulders to the ground, arms out to the side like so. That's going to be our twisted cross. There are all the exercises for the workout, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to hit us up. Have a good workout.